Yeah, guys, it might be chilly outside, but here on the ice behind me tonight, things are going to be heating up. The Ohio State Buckeyes roll into town for a two-game stretch against Michigan State here inside Munn. Puck is set to drop at 7 p.m. Yeah, Mikhail, it seems like every day there's a new giant apartment complex or even a new restaurant like Snap Pizza here to my right going in on Grand River. But through it all, this little sliver of a brick storefront, the Curious Bookshop, has survived it all. And they've even got a couple of books on sale this morning for just 50 cents in $1. Yeah, hey Reagan, hey Brianna, good morning to you both. That's right, we're here live in East Lansing outside of Michael Zyrich's fraternity Sigma Nu, where he's loved here. He's actually the vice president, and during his time on campus over here to my left, he's made quite a number of friends as well. But nobody in the past 2 weeks can believe what's happened to this kid, from a healthy and happy sophomore to now in intensive care. Just like the strum of an acoustic guitar, this very street has been a part of the DNA of Nashville for over a century. But now restaurants, storefronts, manufacturers all stand in silence. For over 30 years, Zeke the Wonder Dog has been a fan favorite in Spartan Stadium for 75,000 Spartan fans. Doing this. Zeke, round. Hey, good! Coach McCaffrey saved everything, from final race times from 1975 to letters of love that took over half a century to reach their destination. Twice a week, the club meets here inside Dem Hall for a little indoor hockey. For that, all you need is a set of wheels and one of these. Listen to the symphony of life.
I love it.
Nashville, baby. Music City, USA. A contagious harmony of a return to normalcy. The city of sound is slowly finding its rhythm again. But on 2nd Avenue, time seems to stand still.
I mean, I look today and I still see the Christmas wreath up on the pole, and that's really kind of reminds me of what happened on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, a bomb detonated inside an RV that destroyed decades upon decades of history here.
Turn on the news.
In only seconds.
Silly me, I thought, they said Broadway and 2nd, it's too far, we're probably okay. And then we got a hold of pictures, and we knew at that moment that we're in trouble. Yeah, this is not looking good.
Sandy Lee's two boutiques destroyed, now trapped in time.
It was ensemble and it was a hip little boutique.
Just like the strum of an acoustic guitar, this very street has been a part of the DNA of Nashville for over a century. But now restaurants, storefronts, manufacturers all stand in silence.
What are we going to do? This is our livelihood. This is our business. This is done here.
Definitely not what you want to wake up to on Christmas Day.
Peyton Williams worked there through college.
Having to lose your job and then later on that day filing for unemployment on Christmas Day.
But through the ashes of tragedy came a letter of hope.
I had money given to us by a local boutique that we met doing a pop-up during the pandemic with an inspirational card and $500, and we had that on December 27th. That brought me to my knees.
And not just that.
I mean, I get choked up right now thinking about it because we didn't know the women that well.
But a giant response from people all over Nashville. They started receiving donations, sold over 1,000 bracelets towards a comeback fund, and now a new storefront to call home.
We learned that people are still great.
Like Music City always has.
We just have to stay on that path, just
Sandy,
be good people, and just keep looking forward.
Sings on. In Nashville, for the Hearst Journalism Awards, I'm Joe Freihofer.
I never know from one day to the next what I'm going to be coming across.
Life these days is filled with uncertainty.
Talking about yesterday or tomorrow.
But if you're Ray Walsh,
started selling books when I was a student at Michigan State.
You're used to it.
And kept on doing it for a while. That's, I guess, 50 years.
For 50 years.
I wasn't really planning on doing it, but it's been an interesting way to make a living.
Doing this, running the Curious Bookshop, a sliver of a storefront in downtown East Lansing. Over the years, he's given the shop some unique decor.
I still find things every day that are unsettling or humorous or, just penetrating in general,
He's 70. It was never a part of the plan to slow down.
I'm planning on living another 30 years anyhow, but then I'll be 100 and it'll probably be time to retire.
Nothing could end this bookshop story.
Are you all set?
Yep.
Except a global pandemic.
It's scary and strange times. and we really don't know what to expect.
Well, obviously the concern of will we make it goes through your head.
COVID-19 forced the shop to close for 2 months, but Ray's employees didn't want a chapter like this to end the shop's story. So they started a GoFundMe and raised over $27,000.
Without it, we really would not have been able to survive.
It was really just like a bottom-up sort of like, let's try to do this thing.
Yep, thanks for stopping by.
But it's about more than just saving the shop. It's about saving the moments with the people.
I'm missing a lot of familiar faces, some who have passed away, some who moved.
The experiences.
You won't come across a dusty paperback that'll, just bring you back someplace. And that's why, we got to keep these places here.
That give each turn of life's pages its meaning.
Thank you, everyone.
In East Lansing, Joe Freihofer, Focal Point News. In a place that's usually reserved for horses,
It's one of the biggest shows.
today it's reserved for those who love trains. Some people like to describe them as
An addiction.
while others say they're
Really, 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 really awesome.
We expect over 3,000 people to come to the train show. We expect everybody from ages 5 to 95 here.
People of all ages have come out and packed the pavilion behind me. Hundreds of vendors, over 500 to be exact, and countless model train setups such as the Z-Track, a special type of mini, well, come on, I'll show you. It's a model train on a scale so small it could fit right in your own living room.
How are you?
David Wentworth has spent more than a year on his display.
It's sort of fun and miniaturization, but you can do a nice detailed scene.
Everybody from the vendors
We got up at 4 a.m.
down to even the furriest customers
You ask anybody in here, they'll remember her before they remember me.
has their own special reason for coming.
When you're at home and you're packing, you think, oh dear, this is a lot of work. And then you see the kids and the expressions, and it's worth it.
For Stacy Lamb, her reason is family.
I'm a very family-oriented person, so it just it almost brings me to tears just to be able to do this.
As a child, Stacy's grandma helped her to chase her dream. But a few years ago, everything suddenly changed.
Before she got sick, she saw it at least once, so that was very nice and comforting. I'm gonna lose it here in a minute, but
Each piece brings back a moment, a memory.
every single time I put a brick together, it's like Grandma's with me.
And every time a little kid's face lights up when it makes its way around the track, chances are her grandma is probably doing the same thing.
It's just nice to know that, in a way, she's still here.
In East Lansing, Joe Freihofer, Focal Point News.